A local author has just published another book that is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. It has a little bit of everything: endless adventure, romance, mystery, even some supernatural themes. Joining us now, we have author Kelly Ahl. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, number one, I just love having authors on, especially local authors, because I think it's such a huge undertaking, and I'm just so impressed that you are writing and getting published. And this is not your first book. So why don't we just ask a little bit about your background, where you're from, and when you started writing?
I am from Elba Lake, just a really small town in Minnesota. And I started writing back in 2012. Well, before that was my first book published. And I just thought, let's just write a chapter of a book. I was bored one winter and wrote the first chapter, and I was hooked. I was like, where has writing been all my life? And I got my book done, and I put it out there for a publisher to look at, and nothing really happened. And so I learned that self-publishing is actually really popular now. And so I started looking into that, and I got published in 2012, and now I have 6 historical novels and 1 book called Rescued from Worry.
Well, that is incredible. Quite the resume in a short amount of time. Can you explain, though, a little bit what is considered a historical novel? Is that what you said?
Yes. So my novels are all set in like the 1800s, 1830s, before steamships. That's kind of my limit because I don't know much about those. I know about sailing ships, and that's kind of where it all started. And they're mostly all in Ireland and England. I'm really interested in that history, and I've never been able to read a modern day book. It always has to be historical. I don't know why, but I'm just intrigued with all the history.
Oh, I love that. Well, so tell us a little bit about this latest book that you have written, and who would be the perfect person to pick it up?
Oh man, it's a variety of ages would like it. It's called Tarsha, and it's actually a Gaelic Irish word for portal. And you could kind of say it's like Chronicles of Narnia meets Pride and Prejudice. It's filled with mystery, and it's probably my most mysterious novel. And it's just really exciting. Keeps you on the edge of your seat for sure.
Oh, I like that. Where do you think your inspiration comes from?
Well, it can come from anywhere, and my relationship with God is a huge part. He's given me dreams during the night, and I wake up and I write them down, and I never do that normally. And I write them down, and the next day I just kind of praying and asking God, is this just a cool dream, or is this something more? And I grab a pen, and I can barely write fast enough, and he gives me the whole idea for the book.
Wow, that is incredible. Okay, so you said 6 books, correct? Where can people find them? And do you have to read them all? Are they all in one series? Are they connected at all?
The first 4 books are in a series called Relentless. And then the second series, it's called Never Forsaken is the first series. And the last 2 books are in the Relentless series. But you could read them in any order. They're about different characters, basically. And they're available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and in a few local stores near me, and my website, Kelly Ahl Novels.
Okay, and can you spell your last name? It's Kelly, and it's A-U-L, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Who would be the best? I mean, are we targeting certain age groups with your books?
Not necessarily, but when I started writing, I really wanted to write books, Christian books that any age could read, that it was still a great story, kept you on the edge of your seat, but yet it's appropriate for all ages.
Okay, that is great. Well, thank you so much for visiting with us today, and we'll definitely check out your website and check out your books. And appropriate for all ages, that's key there. I know a lot of families and a lot of moms will appreciate hearing that. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Stay with us. We'll be right back here on North Dakota Today with your daily dose of motivation.